name is Deep Ranjan. A very good morning to all of you. So today in this video we are going to create a Docker container here. Okay. So first we will try to understand a little bit basics about the Docker. Okay. So what is Docker and why it is why we are using this Docker. Okay. So I have prepared a document for that. So let me open that document. So this is the document. So inside that document I have mentioned a little bit basics about the Docker, like what exactly the Docker is. So I have mentioned here Docker is one of the most popular tools for application containerization. Okay, Docker enables efficiency and reduce operational overhead so that any developer in any development environment can build a stable and reliable application. So Docker is nothing, it's just a container. We are creating a container for our particular project or particular application. This is the thing. And why do we use Docker only? Okay, so I have mentioned about that as well. So it is written developers can create containers without Docker, but the platform makes it easier, simpler and safer to build. So Docker platform makes it easier, simpler and safer to build, deploy and manage containers. Docker is essentially a toolkit that enables developers to build, deploy, run, update and stop containers using simple commands and work-saving automation through a single API. Okay. So what we are going to do in this particular video, we will take a project, a deep learning project, and what we will do, we'll create a container, okay, through Docker. So for that I have mentioned here like Docker installation. So if you are working on a Ubuntu or a Linux based system, so you can go to this particular video. I have given the link of that. Okay, so this video you can follow. Okay, I'm not going to show you as of now how to install Docker in Ubuntu, but I can just tell you how you can check whether Docker is present in your system or not. So for that, what you will do, you just open a terminal here and type Docker. Okay. So once you type the Docker, you will see this kind of output. So if you are seeing this kind of output, so it means that you have a Docker. Okay. So in your system, Docker is installed. Okay, and you are good to go. Okay. And if it is not present, then follow that particular video. Okay, and you can install Docker easily. It's a very simple thing. Okay, there is nothing in that. And next thing, what I have done, check is your project running properly or not. Okay, so what I have done here, in my previous videos I have explained one project, traffic sign recognition. Okay, so I will take this particular project only and will try to Dockerize this project. Okay, so what all things we have to keep it inside this folders before going for the container build, Docker file build. Okay, so two things are required. That's the very basic things as well. Okay, one is the Docker file. You can see that this Docker file is required. That is the most important thing. And second thing is requirement.txt. Okay, this is the thing that we have to kept inside our particular folder, project folder. Okay, fine. So now let me check the documentation what I have mentioned inside that. So we'll just go inside the project location and create a Docker file there. So, okay, so if you don't have a Docker file inside that particular project, so you can create a Docker file. So it's just a txt file kind of a thing is there. So what you have to do, you have to create a document there and you have to name it Docker file without extension. There won't be any kind of an extension there. Okay, and inside that Docker file you have to write this particular command, then only your Docker file will work. Okay, so what all this command is? So I have mentioned about from Python 3.7.5. So first it will try to take the Python version, that is 3.7.5. okay, and after that it will install this apt install. So what exactly this apt get update and all that is, it is trying to build an environment for that particular project. Okay, so for that these commands are necessary. Okay, so after running this command it will build an environment for your particular project and then you can start doing that. Okay, and after that this copy.c much requirement.txt file is there. So what it will do, it will just copy your requirement.txt file, whatever content present in your requirement.txt file, it will just copy it, okay, and it will go to the work directory location. So this is the path changing, like it is changing the path, okay, and then it will do what it will do, it will install all the requirement.txt file, whatever packages are present in the requirement.txt, it will install it. We are using in the same concept in our deep learning also, like pip install -r requirement.txt, same thing is there. And after that also it will do a copy operation, and what it will copy, it will check for the entry points. So what is the entry point? So actually we are using here a Python project, right? Python based deep learning project. So that's why I have mentioned the entry point here, Python 3, okay, and the cmd client app.py. So what is this cmd client app.py? So client app.py is our main file, okay. This is the file from where we will run our application, okay. So this things you have to keep into your mind. So whichever will be your main file, Python file, that file you have to mention there. Like majorly people use app.py or main.py. So this kind of a thing. In my case, in my project, it is client app.py, okay. So that's why I have mentioned here a client app.py. Done, this fine. And the fifth step is do changes in CMD according to your project. So as I told you, and after that open the terminal inside that particular folder, okay. So inside this particular folder, let me tell you, okay, you can see that this particular location, okay, I don't think so. So this let me do this one, okay. So this is the location of my project, okay. I am opening this terminal inside this project, inside my project, okay. So same thing you have to do, you have to open the terminal inside that particular project, and you have to keep those files inside that, like Docker and the requirement.txt file. That is the mandatory thing that you have to do, okay. And after that, what we will do, first we will try to check whether our particular application is running locally or not. So what we will do, I will just check my application is running locally or not. So I have done, as my main file is client app.py, so I have run that file. So just wait for a couple of seconds, it will show the output of that, okay. So these are just a warning, so don't worry about that, don't think much about that. So just a warning, so you will get in just a couple of seconds, you will get the URL as well, okay. So the port is already in use, it is saying, okay, no issue. What I will do, I will just change the port number here, okay. Actually I have used this port in some another project, so that's why it is saying, but no issue with that, okay. We'll mention here 5000, okay. And also we have to do changes in the Docker file as well. We have written one more command here, expose 8080, okay, right. So this is the 8080 port, is that port that we have mentioned in our project, so we have to change it to 5000 also, okay, before going for a container build. So let me run the project first, client app.py. So now you can see this one is that, okay. Let me copy it and run it. So this is our project, okay. It is running locally perfectly fine. Let me try the predictions as well, okay. Let me go through that as well. Real project, traffic fine, recognition, test, inside test, couple of images are there. Go for the prediction, and it will show what kind of image exactly it is. It will show that, okay. Just wait for a second. So you can see this is the symbol of keep right. So it is running perfectly fine locally. So let me close that. Even I will close this terminal, not terminal, we'll close this one, okay, and then clear it. So we have checked, okay, that our project is running locally. Even in the Docker file, I have mentioned the specific ports that we required. So now what we will do, we will try to build a container for that. So for that, what we have done, we have to do sudo docker. Sudo is for the admin privileges, nothing else, okay, and docker build. Then we have to specify the target. For that it is -t is there, and then we have to give the repository name, at what name we want to keep it. So we want to keep it traffic sign v1 version 1 and the latest. This is the thing, and after that there will be a dot, and then hit enter. It will ask for the password if you are using a sudo command, otherwise it won't pass, it will start running. Okay, so just wait for a couple of seconds, it will start building. Okay, so you can see that step 1 it is taking the Python version 3.7, and step 2 run apt command. In your case it will take couple of minutes or more than that to install, because in my case I have already run this project couple of times, so this kind of requirements are already installed in my system. But when you will install these packages, like you will run this command, if these packages will install, and it will take time based on your internet connections. Okay, so you can see this this is done and successfully tagged sign in version 1 latest. Now how we will check whether our this container is built or not, this image container is built or not. So for that there is a command, and these all commands are mentioned in that documents. I will share the documents as well, no issue with that. So you can see that this traffic sign version 1 with the tag latest, it is built and just 37 seconds ago. Okay, fine. Now we have to run it. For that we'll use sudo docker run. Fine, and after that what we have to give, then we have to give a name, test name. So let me give the test on it. Okay, test, and we have to provide the port as well. So on which port we want to run this particular project. So let me give it 7000. Okay, and on which port our this project is currently working. So it is working on a port number 5000. Okay, that is right. And after that we'll give the repository name. So our repository name is traffic sign, this one. Let me copy it, otherwise maybe I will miss some letters and give an error. Okay, fine. Run traffic sign, unable to find traffic. Okay, sorry, there is a mistake. Okay, there is a mistake in the name, so that's why it is giving the error, unable to find. Okay. Now let me run it. Okay, just wait for a couple of seconds. If it is running perfectly fine, you won't get any kind of error. If it is not running, then definitely you will get some error, and you have to do certain modification according to that. So I have waited for just a couple of seconds, so I guess it is working fine. Now we will test it, whether is it working fine or not. So for that, what we will use, 0000 in port number 5000. I have mentioned for locally, but for Docker build I have used 7000 port. Let me run it. Let's see, this is working. Let me check as well whether it is giving the prediction as well or not. Just wait for a couple of seconds. So you can see that it is giving us a prediction. So as said, your Docker image file is working perfectly fine. Okay, and if it is not working fine and it has created some it has taken some space in your system, then what you have to do, you have to check the images, how many images are present, like by using this sudo docker images command. Okay, and if this if this file repository is not working, you have to delete it. And how you will delete it? By using this particular things that I have mentioned in the document as well. To delete any kind of image, use sudo docker rmi post and then the ID of that particular repository. So let me try to show you as well that deletion of the wait a second, let me copy it. I don't think so it is copy. Let me copy it. Copy, then go to this, paste it. Okay, and we have to delete this particular ID and take this ID, okay, which we want to delete. let's suppose this one I want to delete. I have taken, pasted it, and then delete. Just to check, we'll again do that sudo docker images. You can see that graphic sign version 1 is deleted. So guys, this is all for this video. In my next video, we'll try to do much more exploration with the Docker containers, and we will see the deployment part as well. Okay, so this is fine, good for this video. Bye bye guys, we'll see you later.